Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We begin with news of the faltering American economy and the plan the president just announced to try to restart it. In just the last week, 5.2 million Americans filed unemployment claims. That means 22 million Americans now say they've lost their jobs since this crisis began. That dire economic news led the president just moments ago to lay out a three-phase proposal to get Americans back to work. But after asserting that he has the authority to lift those stay-at-home restrictions, he now says states are responsible for that. Now, all this comes as the pandemic continues to take its brutal toll. Total cases in this country now top 650,000. More than 32,000 have died. And each day brings another horror. Today, we learned of a grim discovery at a New Jersey nursing home. 17 bodies found in a morgue meant to hold no more than 4. Our correspondents have new reporting tonight, and we are going to begin with Mark Strassmann in Atlanta on the economy. Mark?
The longer this economy stays in lockdown with businesses closed like this restaurant, the more jobs will be lost. And this unprecedented surge in unemployment raises another worry, a surge in poverty. Desperation in Dallas. A food giveaway today for 3,000 families. 70% of them visiting a food bank for the first time. The National Guard had to step in to help. Just as needy, these Pennsylvania families outside Pittsburgh.
I'm feeling stressed, anxious, and very vulnerable.
Michael Brown hoped company-wide pay cuts would save his job. Now he's one of 88 people laid off by a bicycle company in Minneapolis.
I felt like my position in my company was in a pretty safe spot.
Companies squeezed by a paralyzed economy have unleashed a second tidal wave of furloughs and firings. Many of them workers who thought they were safe, including Mitchell Hammond in Los Angeles.
It was definitely kind of a gut punch, working for this wonderful place for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, you're not.
For each diagnosed case of COVID-19, 35 Americans have lost their jobs in the last 4 weeks. Michigan leads 6 states that have lost more than 20% of their workforces. 41 states have lost more than 10%.
Oh, there's never been anything like this.
Andy Challenger works for a global outplacement firm in Chicago. He told us this second wave of unemployment could lead to more just like it. More workers are discovering just how much trouble that they're in.
The bomb that went off of 22 million lost jobs, that's going to drop consumer spending, which leads to more lost jobs. It's a vicious downward cycle.
Virtually every sector of America's economy has been gouged. The timing is especially bad for Michael Brown. He and his wife have twins on the way.
This is the most stressful period of my life because I'm trying to provide, I'm trying to sustain, and the world seems like it's falling apart around us.
Thousands of small businesses now need government loans to stay alive. And here's the bad news. Today, after 2 hectic weeks, Washington's Paycheck Protection Program ran out of money. No more applications unless Congress votes to put more money in the program. Nora?
All right, Mark, thank you.